Coming to you live from Tressel Field inside the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. It's time for Baldwin Wallace University women's soccer action. This evening, BW hosts Ohio Northern University in an Ohio Athletic Conference clash. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Dario Bathley, and I'm joined by my usual partner, Dre Showers.
Good evening, everyone.
And we have a good broadcast on slate here for you tonight. The Yellow Jackets enter tonight's game with a record of 9-4-5 overall and 3-1-3 in OAC play after a 1-1 draw against Otterbein University Saturday night. The Polar Bears come into tonight's match with a record of 10-6-1 after defeating Muskingum University 6-0 last Saturday evening. Now for your starting lineups. The Ohio Northern University Polar Bears are led by coach Mark Batman, and who is assisted by Katie Robinson. In goal for the Polar Bears, number 0, Emily Brodick from Plainfield, Illinois. Now on the field, number 3, Missy Ward from Columbus. Number 5, McKenna Welsh from Columbus. Number 7, Maggie Goller from Dayton. Number 9, Hannah Riek from Howell, Michigan. Number 11, Shelby Stevens from Cypress, Texas. Number 12, Haley Napier from Beaver Creek, Ohio. Number 18, Alex Weirich from Oak Harbor. Number 35, Sarah Huster from Cincinnati. And number 36, Michaela Gutierrez from Moon Township, PA.
And for your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets, in goal, number 1, Emily Talmadge from Fairview, Pennsylvania. Number 2, Lauren Heyman from Minerva. Number 8, Courtney Schutz from Menor. Number 11, Rachel Bender from Massillon. Number 14, Kelly Go from Hudson. Number 15, Alex Elliott from Blacklick. Number 18, Cheryl Bell from Piqua. Number 19, Anna Poptic from Dublin. Number 21, Corey Miller from North Olmsted. Number 22, Caddy Tucker from Mason. And number 23, that is, Kristen Lee from Westerville. And the head coach for your Lady Yellow Jackets is Reed Ayers in his 13th season, and he is ably assisted by head coaches Jim Watkun, Lori Rocco, and Chris Kraft, and student coach Miranda Bennett.
So we're going to take a short break, and when we're back, it should be time for kickoff. We're taking this break in order to accommodate the starting lineup for the home team, your Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets, and the national anthem. Dre, and we are just moments away now from kickoff here in the eighth Ohio Athletic Conference clash of the season for both teams. Baldwin Wallace coming in with an OAC record of 3-1-3, and Ohio Northern University coming in with an OAC record of 6-1. So the Polar Bears, I would definitely say favored, but not necessarily as much as it may seem, as Baldwin Wallace could have easily turned those three draws into wins.
Absolutely, and with these Lady Polar Bears this evening, you got to watch out for two players in particular. Number 11, the junior Shelby, Stevens out of Cypress, Texas, who has 8 goals and 7 assists and has been a part of 23 points for her team.
Yeah, Shelby Stevens, the junior from Cypress, Texas, 3 goals and an assist last week in that on Saturday in that 6-0 rout of Muskingum University, earning her the Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Week. So that's a noteworthy thing as we see her here just setting up to retrieve this goal kick by BW for her team. But please tell us about the other players on this Ohio Northern Polar Bears team that BW will want to be wary of for this game this evening.
And I mentioned there were 2, and the other one in particular is the freshman, number 5, McKenna Welsh from Columbus, who also is not far behind Shelby Stevens when it comes to goals, with 6 goals on the season. And no assists, but has been a part of 12 points for this team. And as a freshman, has made a lasting impact so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. McKenna Welsh coming into her first OAC season, a conference that we know is not easy to play in, especially coming in as a freshman and putting up the type of numbers in terms of goals at least that she has. And it's we should note that Shelby Stevens leads the team in both goals and assists. So, she's an exceptional case, as I noticed. She plays more in a number 10 role, a little bit behind the striker. So she's an exceptional case, and I think other than for her skill, her offensive skill, that McKenna Welsh is the player that BW will really want to be aware of as we see her up top this evening. And in terms of our Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets team, it's the usual suspects that you have to look out for on attack. This team has a very potent attack, led by a freshman, Rachel Bender, who has 10 goals and 2 assists on the season at this point in time, putting up 22 points. But she's not necessarily closely followed, but she is ably assisted by Alex Elliott, Courtney Schutz, and Anna Poptic, who between them have 36 points. So it'll be good to see what both teams offer here, as it seems like it should be an attacking game, that being both teams' specialty.
And another thing worth mentioning in this matchup this evening is both teams are fairly streaky teams, and what I mean by that is there have either been a lot of wins, a lot of losses, or a lot of ties, and that has gone on for both teams this season. And in particular, the Lady Polar Bears come in on a 2-game win streak. Lost one before that. Before that, though, they had a 5-game winning streak going. So this is a team who's fairly consistent when they come to play. So that is also something to make note of. And our Lady Yellow Jackets, on the other hand, have come into this one with 3 ties in their last 3 affairs. So, both, of course, looking for a win this evening, but much more in need of one, I think, are our Lady Yellow Jackets, because of how many times this season already that their games have ended in a draw.
Yeah, definitely. Lady Yellow Jackets coming off 3 games where they've been unable to really exercise their offensive muscles, so to speak. Game against Mount Union, the last time they scored more than 1 goal in the game, that 4-1 win. After that, having a 0-0 draw followed by 2 1-1 draws. So I think the key for the Lady Yellow Jackets is to get more than 1 goal here tonight. is to put the ball in the back of the net sometime early within this first half. If we see, as we've seen, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds elapse, put the ball in the back of the net sometime early in this half, and then do so again sometime later in the half, as we see a somewhat wild shot from Cheryl Bell travel over the crossbar.
And how many times have we said this season she's not shy taking shots, especially from distance?
Yeah, she loves taking on a shot from distance, but she'll have to do much better than that in the next one in order to get to challenge the custodian here, Emily Brattick, the senior from Plainsfield, Illinois. Alex Elliott with an attempted ball through to Rachel Bender, but picked up by Braddock in her 18-yard area.
And even though that was a little bit ahead of her, Rachel Bender has a lot of closing speed. So, if given those opportunities where a lob comes into the box for her, she will take advantage of those, especially in a game that means a lot this evening.
Definitely, as we see Bender raising her hand as the first option early on here this evening, looking to get in behind this defense early and do some damage. Corner cleared by Kelly Go. Bender now with the opportunity to run at defenders, something she loves to do as she goes past one. Plays a good ball to Cheryl Bell on the other side of the field. Bell with the opportunity now as she puts it off the defender out into touch.
For a minute there, I thought Rachel was going to take it herself.
Yeah, I thought Rachel Bender was going to go at that second defender and attempt to take her on too, as she had space behind of her, and I think was a quicker player, but she opted not to do so. Good tackle there by Courtney Schutz. Something that Coach Reed Ayers would love to see. The team just doing a bit of defending from the front. And we've seen some good attacking players come here to Tressel Field to play against the Yellow Jackets, and center forwards in particular, as I think we'll have another good matchup here tonight. But they've all been closed down significantly by Caddy Tucker. And I think McKenna Welsh is already having problems playing her regular game here tonight. As I've noticed, she's tried to turn on a few occasions, but just unable to get around Tucker really so far. So Tucker seemingly the man marker in the team, keeping close eyes on Welsh.
And that's been her story, if you will, all season long. as she's played fairly consistent in that role, shadowing the opposing team's best player.
Shelby Stevens with her first opportunity to shoot there, but her rather tame shot is brought down by center back Caddy Tucker as she attempts to play a team out of the back, but it results in a goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. Both teams just looking for that penetrative pass here early on. Not really able to find it so far, with both defenses doing their job. Rachel Bender with a chance now, as she's just unable to really get control of her body and takes an off-balance shot that she just screws wide.
And that was, good defense by the Lady Polar Bears there, making her uncomfortable in the box there and not be able to get off a shot that she can usually get off fairly easy.
And if you're just joining us here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University, it is your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets nil and the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University nil, as just around 13 minutes have elapsed in this encounter thus far. Last touch off Cheryl Bell results in a goal kick for the Lady Polar Bears. Chance now for the Lady Polar Bears to serve in a free kick and maybe give Emily Talmadge some work. Emily Talmadge looking to add to her 6 clean sheets on the season, with one here tonight against the Lady Polar Bears.
And that'd be really nice for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Not only for that to happen, but to perhaps get a couple goals on the board and make this a very competitive matchup, but a low-scoring affair. But in return, get a win. Because like I said before, the 3 ties coming into this one. This is definitely a game here, especially against the Lady Polar Bears, who are 6-1 in the conference. It would be a huge game to win.
Definitely would be. But senior goalkeeper from the Lady Polar Bears, also with a good record in the season, having 7 clean sheets. She will be eager to keep a clean sheet here tonight also. So, 2 very able goalkeepers in the goal this evening for both teams. So once the shots start getting on target, it'll be interesting to see which one of those goalkeepers falls first here, as I think this is a game with goals in it. And another long shot goes wayward from Cheryl Bell, just wide of the post, as she attempted to put one over goalkeeper Emily Broddick. And Dre, you've stressed all season about Cheryl Bell not being afraid to take shots, and she's proven you right here this evening, having at least 2 shots from uh, almost unfathomable distances at this level.
And you never know. Maybe Cheryl Bell will be that player this evening to step up and honestly, be the unsung hero who cracks this game open. She's looking to do so far.
I mean, she's played steady minutes in this team and has played in just about as many contests as anyone, being 15, and has 2 goals and 2 assists on the season. So Cheryl Bell, not at all um, out of the realm of possibility as a player who could step up and win this game for the Lady Yellow Jackets this evening. So, um, let's allow her to take it minute by minute, and hopefully she can string together a wonderful performance here. Ohio Northern, no, in the box. Chance thwarted by the efforts of Kelly Go and Lauren Hainham as BW attempt to break through Courtney Schutz. Attempted pass from the Lady Polar Bears midfield just runs out under the watchful eye of Lauren Hainham for a goal kick to the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets. Just a little miscommunication there between the number 15 Alex Elliott and Rachel Bender out here on the right wing.
Yeah, it looked almost as if Rachel Bender wanted to make a move without actually having possession of the ball. And, she has that fast, quick step, maybe looking to do something there, and just, kind of took her eye off the ball, let it go out of bounds.
A notable absence in the recent games, the past two home games at least for the Lady Yellow Jackets, is Ali Lakey. I haven't received any information about an injury or anything, but he's definitely a player I will ask about who usually starts out on the left side of the defense. But Corey Miller is very able doing that job and usually comes on as a substitute for either Lakey or Cheryl Bell to play on the left side of the attack, and has definitely held the position quite well in the recent games.
And the Lady Yellow Jackets aren't unfamiliar with having to have players step up when injuries or non-related injuries with that occur, and women can't show up. For instance, when Audrey Wolf went down for the season. This is a team that lost her early and had to get together and really, dig deep and make up for the loss of the senior out of Derby.
Oh, and a good ball through for Rachel Bender from Alex Elliott here as Bender finishes, and it's 1-0 to your Lady Yellow Jackets here with about 22 minutes of this first half having elapsed. And I mentioned that the key here for the Lady Yellow Jackets would be to go on and get 2 goals in this first half. And as they have gotten the first one now, it is definitely not out of question with 23 minutes still to be played in the first half of this, their 8th OAC encounter of the season.
And Rachel Bender must have heard me when it comes to talking about people stepping up and making an impact, and her being that impact player as a freshman to step in and make probably the most impact offensively on this team, goes ahead there and scores an easy goal.
Here's Anna Poptic, puts the ball across the goal, but none of her teammates home to finish that move off. And you say an easy goal by Rachel Bender, but only because she made it look so easy.
That is true.
On a beautiful ball by Alex Elliott coming out of the midfield, Bender latched onto that and took her in front of the defender here on the left-hand side of this ONU defense, and finishes beautifully in the lower right-hand corner of goalkeeper Emily Broddick's goal. So Rachel Bender adds to her tally and now has 11 goals and 2 assists on the season, and her goal is what separates these two teams here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University, where the Lady Yellow Jackets lead the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University by 1-0. Ooh, BW now with some nice movement of the ball. as they look on the hunt for another goal here. And Rachel Bender has it, just the person that you want to see with the ball. Alex Elliott brings down the ball in the box. And another shot by Cheryl Bell. This time a curled effort from the right side with her left foot. Just floats over the crossbar. And I think her teammates just encouraging her to continue shooting, and maybe, you know, she'll get it right soon and be able to add to the scoreline here at Tressel Field.
And though each shot hasn't necessarily been on target, each shot has gotten better, and I think that's accredited to her teammates putting her in the position to do so, and as you mentioned, encouraging her to take that shot, and perhaps one will fall through. They have nothing to lose being up 1-0 in this affair as well.
Some more lovely soccer by the Lady Yellow Jackets here. So I think Alex Elliott was just attempting to have a shot, but it's blocked in the end. And Ohio Northern currently finding it very difficult on offense. BW playing a fairly high line, not as high as they usually play, if we're being honest, as they do know. They definitely have done their homework and know of the danger of the two most forward players for the Lady Polar Bears in Shelby Stevens and McKenna Walsh. So BW playing us short at the back, but definitely out looking for a second goal here as they've smelt blood, scoring about 22 minutes in to the first half of this encounter, with about 18 minutes left now. In possession of the ball, looking to go forward. And the Lady Polar Bears now with an opportunity to maybe get something going as they have a throw-in very deep into the BW half. That attack is, however, handled by the defense and ends up in the safe hands of goalkeeper Emily Talmadge, who now goes forward through Anna Poptic.
And that was very beautiful and patient defense by the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Rachel Bender with the cross. Ball cut out in the middle, but put back across. Now in possession of Bender again, who plays a quick 1-2 with Poptic. Attempted ball by Schutz to Bender on the right-hand side goes out for a goal kick to the Lady Polar Bears. Shout of handball by the home fans there, but I don't think so. As Cheryl Bell just attempted to get around the Lady Polar Bears player. Crossed by Rachel Bender, the Courtney shoots. Shoots with an opportunity in the box now. Attempts to get a shot off, but it is very well blocked by Hannah Reach of the Lady Polar Bears.
And the Lady Yellow Jackets working really hard. Being up 1-0 doesn't satisfy them as it shouldn't, as they are looking for another goal to make themselves in a comfortable position.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me that they're looking for another goal, but it does surprise me as to the pace in which they're playing in pursuit of this other goal. Almost playing at a desperate pace, seeming like they need another goal. But something I like to see from the Lady Yellow Jackets, as no substitutions have been made as yet, and I think maybe Coach Reed Ayers just looking to exert the legs a little bit more and then get one or two substitutions on to keep those legs somewhat fresh for the second half of this encounter. Maybe a new trait of this Lady Yellow Jackets team to go fairly hard for majority of both periods, and I kind of like it.
And I think they understand, too, the position they're in within the conference and what this conference win could mean for the team moving forward. And the Lady Polar Bears are one of the best teams in the Ohio Athletic Conference. So I think the Lady Yellow Jackets team is very eager to keep a lead against this team. And if that can result in a win, it's just a morale booster overall.
Yeah, one of the best teams, if not the best team. I mean, Capital do have a record of 7-0 in the OAC, but I mean, ONU's record right now is 6-1. BW hoping to dent that tonight and make it 6-2 to add to their own record, which would rise to 4-1-3. Foul called on Bender. A judge to have fouled the number 7, Maggie Gorler of Ohio Northern University, in the corner of the Lady Polar Bears' half. So a free kick to them and a chance to just clear their lines as BW defense stands firmly on the halfway line, not looking to go any further back than that. And the first substitution is now made, and it is Cheryl Bell, as it often is, replaced by number 7, Marissa Fabrizi, the freshman from Brunswick, Ohio. That was a half chance there for the Lady Polar Bears, as their leading goal scorer and assist getter, Shelby Steffens, just tried to get her foot on the ball in the box there, but strongly brushed aside by Kelly Go, the junior captain for Baldwin Wallace. foul blown, and Alex Elliott deemed to have fouled Alex Werrich, her namesake, from Oak Harbor, Ohio. And a decent shot coming from, looks like the number 12, Haley Napier, the junior from Beaver Creek, on Emily Talmadge's goal, but it just sails wide, a little bit high. And I think BW are looking to make the second substitution here with Cassandra Wakeman readying herself. Cassandra Wakeman has seen minutes in 17 contests this season and has 2 goals and 3 assists as a freshman from defensive midfield. So is definitely a bright prospect for the future, and has really come into her own as this season has gone on. And Wakeman does enter the field, replacing Kristen Lee. And the BW defense just playing wonderfully so far here tonight. All 4 of them, Kelly Go, Caddy Tucker, Corey Miller, and Lauren Hainham, have just been bossing their third of the field and are really the reason why this game is 1-0, as Ohio Northern hasn't really been able to conjure up anything significant on offense.
And if they keep up this level of play this evening, you can undoubtedly say that the Yellow Jackets will get a win.
And if they keep up this level of play throughout the OAC and the tournament, it is not far-fetched to think that they could go as far or even further than last season when they went to the finals and played against the Capital Girls. Nice little exchange there between Corey Miller and her senior goalkeeper, Emily Talmadge, to keep the ball for the Yellow Jackets. And Natasha Udicheski enters the game now to replace Courtney Schutz in a more forward position for her eighth appearance of the season. Came on in the last home game as a substitute in a center back position, so Uchachevsky proving herself to be much of the utility player here in her junior year. And the shot coming out of the ONU midfield, that shot being by number 26, Sarah Puntel, the freshman from Strongsville. Just going wide of Emily Talmadge's goal. And if you're just joining us here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University, about 4 minutes now to go in the first half of this OAC encounter between your Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets, who lead 1-0 by the way, versus the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University. Rachel Bender on the attack now, still hungry for goals. Puts a ball across to Natasha Ujiteski, who returns it as Bender has a good cross. But Alex Elliott is adjudged to be offside in the middle. I don't necessarily see. Oh, the ball is adjudged to have gone out for a goal kick. Because I was thinking Elliott could not have been offside as Bender was at the line when she made that cross. So my apologies. Ball went out for a goal kick. And with just over a minute left here in the first half of this encounter, the Lady Yellow Jackets have the chance to put together one more decent attack. And hopefully get something from it as the ball is now with their captain, Kelly Go. Oh, and a bad giveaway by Go at midfield, but just wasted by Ohio Northern University. And it's halftime here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. And it is your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets 1 and the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University 0. We will be back with you in about 12 to 13 minutes to bring you the first half statistics and some previews of what you can expect in the second half. Thank you for listening to us here at bwyellowjackets.com. And we are back here at Tressel Field for second half action in this OAC encounter between your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets and the Lady Polar Bears of the Ohio Northern University. The Lady Yellow Jackets lead on the night 1-0 through a goal scored by Rachel Bender in the 22nd minute, assisted by Alex Elliott. And Dre, any interesting stats from the first half that you'd like to talk to us about?
Well, what's interesting is, given the fact that the Lady Yellow Jackets have the 1-0 lead, both teams had 4 shots in that period. So BW, just one of those being a goal for them, which gives them the advantage. So Ohio Northern is getting opportunities as well. And they also have one more corner kick than the Lady Yellow Jackets. And Emily Broderick, she has 1 save. However, she has 1 goal allowed. And Emily Talmadge, what stands out tonight is she hasn't seen a lot of action at all in goal, with no saves but no shots on her end. So yeah, so far Lady Yellow Jackets hold a 1-0 lead because of that beautiful assist by Alex Elliott to Rachel Bender early in the first half.
Ohio Northern attempting to put some pressure on the Lady Yellow Jackets early on here in the second half. Just playing a much higher line and commanding the ball thus far, at least. Oh, and the Lady Yellow Jackets are able to break, and they do so beautifully. Oh, a nice 1-2 leads Anna Poptic in on goal here. She takes one player on and is unable to get a decent shot. But Kristen Lee, whoo, with a beauty out of the midfield, just going wide of goalkeeper Emily Broderick's goal. So the Lady Yellow Jackets break into almost devastating effect there. A shot coming from Kristen Lee, the defensive midfielder, off the left boot, just going wide of the Ohio Northern.
And as you mentioned, that beautiful 1-2, Anna Poptic and Cheryl Bell couldn't have been more on page there. Just Anna Poptic unable to get the shot she wanted on goal, but they came so close there, and you got to imagine that they're on to something now in this one.
Yeah, and BW now just passing the ball around the pitch nicely and looking to create more similar opportunities. What looked like a cross in there from Cheryl Bell, just a little bit too long for Alex Elliott. Picked up by goalkeeper Emily Broderick. Oh, and some good, strong play by Caddy Tucker. She just ushers out the ball onto the watch of McKenna Wells, trying to get it from her. Caddy Tucker just remaining strong and resolute there, ushering the ball outside for a goal kick to her team.
I mean, who stands a chance this year against Caddy Tucker? She just dominates out there.
Yeah, Caddy Tucker has been an absolute beast on defense for this Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets team. And as I mentioned earlier, there's been a lot of quality attackers who have stepped on Tressel Field, but Caddy Tucker makes it known that it's her home every time, managing to lock them out on majority of the occasions. Some more lovely passing by the Lady Yellow Jackets in tight areas. Ball goes out for a throw-in. It's a corner to the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Beautiful play by Cheryl Bell there. You know, I think what happened there was she was going to let it go out of play, but then decided to try to set them up for the corner kick.
Leads to a goal here for the Yellow Jackets.
And that was Alex Elliott.
Looks to have been scored by Alex Elliott on the assist of Rachel Bender. So Rachel Bender returning the favor here for Alex Elliott, who provided the pass on her goal in the first half. Just on a bit of confusion there in the ONU 6-yard box leads to that chance, basically on the goal line for Alex Elliott. So it is your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets 2 and the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University 0, with just about 40 minutes still to be played here at Tressel Field.
And that's devastating for the Ohio Northern Lady Polar Bears. Now down 2-0 with the defense of the Lady Yellow Jackets not letting up here, as you can see. They're in this to win this tonight, and they're looking well on their way to securing this victory. But still plenty of time, of course.
Yeah, the Lady Yellow Jackets looking good tonight. And I did mention that they'd want to get 2 goals in the first half, something that they usually are not able to. But they got it early here in the second half, and I think that if they just keep the wits about them, that they will be able to cruise to a victory here this evening.
All they literally have to do at this point is, play like they've been playing. And they got this. This is huge right now. And they played very well tonight, and they deserve to be up 2-0 in this matchup against the Lady Polar Bears, who have thought to have been the favorites coming into this one.
Yeah, the Lady Polar Bears with a fantastic record on the season, but I did mention that with that 6-1 record, Baldwin Wallace could easily have been right around there also, tying 3 games where I think they just maybe undid themselves, not holding firm in the late second half encounters. BW, I think, still looking to exert some more dominance here in this game and maybe go on and get a few more goals. Ball in by Courtney Schutz. harshly dealt with by the goalkeeper. Captain Kelly Go attempting a bicycle kick on the follow-up. But
And the Lady Yellow Jackets, digging into their bag of tricks tonight.
and the referee insistent on awarding a throw-in to the Lady Yellow Jackets. But I think everyone else in the stadium, including the Lady Yellow Jackets, knew that that was the Lady Polar Bears ball. So attempted a bit of sportsmanship by the Lady Yellow Jackets, but the referee insists that they take the throw-in. A decent cross by Lauren Hanum, just a little bit too straight, as I think Courtney Schutz would have rather that ball on a curl angling into her so she could head it into the back of the net. But intent is clear by the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets. No, with 33 minutes left in this encounter, just making it clear that they want to score more goals as they are up 2-0 at this point in time. Rachel Bender just looking to get herself more involved in this game, as she has been not missing, but just somewhat ignored by her teammates in the past couple minutes, with the majority of the attacks coming through Cheryl Bell here on the wide left. Bender just having to drop into the middle for a little bit to get some more touches on the ball.
What's happening?
An opportunity now for the Lady Polar Bears to serve the ball into the box. And they do so, but it's dealt with by a double header from Lady Yellow Jackets captain Kelly Go, who once again heads clear. Foul on Anapoptic as she attempts to clear her lines. So BW with a better opportunity now to do so through the free kick from the captain Kelly Go. And some good moves and a pass by Shelby Stevens, just showing a bit of her quality on that particular play there. Something she has not really had the opportunity to exhibit tonight, as the BW defense has been so close to her on every touch that she's taken and done such a good job to not only contain her, but also freshman striker McKenna Walsh, who came into today's game with 14 goals between them. Free kick now to be taken by Steffens. It's a somewhat wasted one as goalkeeper Emily Talmadge steps forward and collects easily.
And Emily Talmadge is going to collect that every single time. It's almost routine for her. So, not much of a threat there.
I think Shelby Stevens just trying to get something going for her team. Really unable to do so far, but still attempting and showing a fighting spirit that is for now absent in the rest of her team. Great ball by Courtney Schutz out to Anna Poptic, who now leads Rachel Bender. Almost squares it for Alex Elliott to have a shot, but didn't exactly work out in the end. ONU with a chance now to break. And Stevens just using her speed to force a half chance getting into the Lady Yellow Jackets defensive box, but eventually cut out. Rachel Bender now on the attack for the Lady Yellow Jackets on a quick counter attack. Oh, and she puts the ball across, seemingly for Cheryl Bell, but just too close to the post, as I think Bender maybe should have squared that one for Alex Elliott. Both of them proven to be a 1-2 punch so far in the night, with Elliott assisting Bender in the first half and Bender returning the favor in the second half. That was just a good opportunity to once again feed her attacking one of her attacking partners there in Elliott and maybe get her on the score sheet once again. But it was not meant to be, and the ball is back into play here from a goal kick by the ONU custodian.
And I expect to see something similar of that attack later on in this one because clearly that was a goal. Even if Cheryl Bell gets a part of her foot on that one, so look for them to attack again like that once more.
Decent shot coming in there from Shelby Stevens, the junior forward from Cypress, Texas, who we know has attacking prowess within her. She has 8 goals and 7 assists on the season, but is just unable still to get something going here tonight. BW still very much in attacking mode with about 23 minutes left in this encounter. Leading 2-0. In case you're just joining us here at Tressel Field, it is the Lady Yellow Jackets leading the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University by 2-0 with 22 minutes left in the encounter.
And if you haven't seen this whole game, the Lady Yellow Jackets been very dominant on defense, set up great opportunities, could have more goals. It could be more than 2-0 in this one tonight. You just got to love the effort that we've seen from the get-go. And if you've been watching this whole time, what a great matchup to watch if you're a Yellow Jackets supporter.
BW opting to substitute Cheryl Bell, once again bringing Kelsey Nemeth into the game for her first action of the night. player down for Baldwin Wallace in Kelly Go as she rises to her feet. Shot taken by Alex Weirich of Ohio Northern, but goes high and wide.
It's good to see Kelly go get up right away because, yeah, she fell quite awkwardly there, but doesn't seem like anything too serious.
Ohio Northern just looking to get themselves in more offensive positions and able to do so on a couple of occasions, but not working out for them in terms of final product. Foul called on Haley Martin, the midfielder from Cincinnati, from ONU, called on fouled Corey Miller. Courtney shoots with a long free kick, which falls for Bender, but is blocked. As Kelsey Nemeth has a shot wide. ONU attempt to break through Stevens, but it is cut out with a combination of Caddy Tucker and Kelly Go. The former, in the end, stopping it from going out for a corner. Kelsey Nemeth rolls across the box, looking for Alex Elliott, but doesn't find her. And now BW have a throw in deep in Ohio Northern's half.
And we talk a lot about the defense for the Lady Yellow Jackets this evening. Talk about the attacking prowess for the offensive side of the ball and just what they've been able to do as far as possession and really dominate that aspect of the game as well.
Yeah, a large part of the game has been played in the Ohio Northern defensive third, with Baldwin Wallace attacking players, passing it around seamlessly in there. And I think that started with them winning the midfield battle and being able to commit some more midfields to their offensive plans. So Baldwin Wallace getting the game plan right here tonight, and with 13 minutes left, they're really seemingly cruising to a victory. Ohio Northern will have to do something significant within the next 5 minutes or so for me to consider them serious challenges once again in this game. Rachel Bender getting a shot off in the end, although it's blocked by Rebecca Jackson. And BW now have a corner.
And now that's the second corner kick opportunity for BW. The first one worked out pretty well.
Who second one almost does, as Kelly Go has a header saved on the line. And Kelly Go surely thinking in her head there that she was going to get her fourth goal of the season, but is denied on the line by what looked like a combination of defenders from the Lady Polar Bears.
And that would have been safe to say had that one gone in. This is in the hands, in the bag, if you will, for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I think that one would have definitely put it on ice for Baldwin Wallace here this evening. And with just about 10 minutes left here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University, it is your Lady Yellow Jackets leading the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University by 2-0. Another half chance for Ohio Northern falls to their talisman, number 11, Shelby Stevens, taliswoman. I'm sorry, uh, Shelby Stevens, but she skies that shot. A shot there, coming seemingly out of desperation from the number 12, Haley Napier, the junior from Beaver Creek, Ohio. But didn't really bother Emily Talmadge as she watched it go over her crossbar. Bender putting a cross into Elliott's vicinity, but just unable to find her teammate on that occasion. Remember, both Elliott and Bender have been instrumental in this win tonight, as Elliott assisted Bender on the first goal and Bender returned the favor on the second.
And they are the usual suspects for this Lady Yellow Jackets team, both leading in goals respectively. Rachel with 10 and Alex Elliott, or Rachel with now 11 and Alex Elliott with 7 goals on the year. That's going to get it done for this Lady Yellow Jackets team more times than none. When they got them going, as well as how well the defense has played tonight, this is the most impressive put together game I've seen that Lady Yellow Jackets have all season here at Tressel Field.
Yeah, it's been beautiful game management by these ladies as they just came into the game very high intensity throughout the first half, really. I think maybe that 2-goal cushion that I mentioned was also their benchmark for when they could ease off that intensity. Played with the same team for much of the night also, as we see Courtney Schutz re-enter the game for Cassandra Wakeman to make it just one player in Kelsey Nemeth, or that didn't start the game, to be on the field here with about 5 minutes left. So those 2 goals that I talked about and just getting that cushion were instrumental in the win here tonight. And I'd like to just thank all our fans for tuning in this evening to bwyellowjackets.com. We really appreciate you tuning in for the broadcast. Something new that we have here this evening, having live commentary on the soccer games. And I must say, it's been a success so far. I've learned a lot from it. I know Dre has also.
Indeed.
And the sports information department is looking at ways that we could improve not only soccer broadcasts, but all sport broadcasts in the future. So I'd like to say thank you to the work of Michael Durkin, Jeff Miller, and Kevin Rupel for what they have done for the fall season of Baldwin Wallace Athletics. It's good to hear that there's still communication coming from Kelly Go at the back in this Baldwin Wallace team, even with the game seemingly won now with just about 2 minutes left in the encounter. She's belting instructions at her team and doesn't want them to let up their approach. Ooh, as Alex Elliott forges a chance out for herself and has a shot fly over the crossbar of goalkeeper Emily Brodict.
And Alex Elliott looking to add to her total with a pretty tough shot there, but wasn't a bad one at all.
And with just about 20 seconds left now in the encounter, I think it's safe to say that Baldwin Wallace will win this game. And 10 seconds left now. Seems like Emily Talmadge will keep this her 7th clean sheet of the season. Also, as the final whistle sounds, and your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets are declared victorious versus the 6-1 Ohio Northern University Polar Bears. They raise their record to 4-1-3, a record that sees them sit third in the OAC currently, and they will definitely look to be improving that in the last encounter here on Friday. We'll be back with you shortly with some second half statistics and to close out the program. Thank you for sticking with us here at bwyellowjackets.com. All right, so back here at Tressel Field within the George Finnie Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. And the final score is your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets 2 and the Ohio Northern Lady Polar Bears 0. Dre Showers, any interesting stats from that second half that you'd like to highlight for us before we close the show out?
Well, automatically what pops out is the fact that Baldwin Wallace had 11 shots and Ohio Northern had 5. Both increased their total from the first half, but clearly BW was more on the attacking affair than the Polar Bears. And also, in the second half, Baldwin Wallace had 2 corner kicks, one being crucial as Alex Elliott scored on an assist by Rachel Bender. And as we mentioned, giving each other each favors, one in the first and one in the second. So that was the difference maker today. And not to mention, not many stats go in as far as defense is played, but Lady Yellow Jackets played lights out defense tonight. And Emily Talmadge gets another clean sheet.
Yeah, definitely. We wanna highlight Emily Talmadge getting her 7th clean sheet of the season. A rock at the back for this Baldwin Wallace team. A quick reminder that on Friday, October 30th, it is Seniors and Parents Night for the women's soccer team. The Yellow Jackets host Capital University on Tressel Field inside the George Finnie Stadium at 7 o'clock. Once again, your final here tonight is your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets 2 and the Lady Polar Bears of Ohio Northern University 0. I am Dario Bathley. Thank you for joining us this evening. From myself and my partner, Dre Showers.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. We really appreciate it.
And we'll be back with you live here Friday at bwyellowjackets.com.